Essex Rebels here in WBBL action. I'm joined, my name's Russell Nelson, I'm joined by Bruno Simpson. How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Obviously, you were here the other day, we were commentating the game against Leicester, taking on as the players take their knee in mark of respect for equal opportunity. And before the game started, we were seeing 1 minute's silence as well in respect of Prince Philip as we get started for today's game. So Essex Rebels have the ball. Big long 3 points to start the game, and Aaron Stewart comes up with it for the Riders. I think that's what the referee is just trying to look at. It's going to be a very long offence.
Lucky not to turn it up over.
It looks like there's a fault there, and it looks like we're just going to try and sort that out. So the Riders' starting five is Anna Luckenkoven, Holly Winterburn, Hannah Robb, Isaiah Stewart, and Amber Smith. We'll just really sort this out. The referee's called a timeout. So we saw a great game here on Wednesday at Loughborough University when the Leicester Riders took on London Lions. Top of the table clash, and Leicester Riders coming out on top of that game. It was a great WBBL action, really great advert for basketball and the Women's League.
Yeah, they definitely needed that one too to keep the level. Make sure they can stay in competition for winning the WBBL championship too. So it was definitely a major game for that.
Yes, it's a huge week for the Leicester Riders, as well as obviously the other teams in the WBBL. But if Leicester Riders want to push on to try and win the league this year, they're obviously going to try and find a way to win today's game, and then they're away at Sevenoaks on Wednesday, and then away to London Lions on Saturday, and home to Sevenoaks. So realistically, if they can find a way to win this game today and actually beat Sevenoaks in the last two games, it doesn't matter so much about the London Lions game. It's actually all about the head-to-head with the Sevenoaks.
Definitely, and they can control their own destiny by just getting their games and not have to rely on other games results, which is never something they really wanted to do from the season.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, it's been a tough season for everybody involved with COVID, and it's great to see that we're able to get the games played, and we've nearly finished a full season, and it's a great achievement for everybody involved, from the governing body to the leagues, to the players, to the coaches and all the staff, because I know the amount of work that actually had to go on to even get the players and the coaches back on the court during these times.
Hopefully even next year we'll see normality return and have people at games doing the atmosphere, because I think that's probably one of the most noticeable things, especially at the end of all the games, is just there's no buzzing or green or any loud atmosphere when teams do go on runs and things like that. So you do kind of miss that element of the game.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think one big shout out to all the fans watching at home, and we miss you and look forward to seeing you at games soon. As soon as it's safe enough and the government allows us to, we'll get you back into the arenas and supporting the teams. Still having some problems here in the arena. Apologies for the delay. We currently have a 24-second clock issue, so we're just trying to find a way to fix that currently. Interestingly enough, going back to February when these two teams last met, when Leicester Riders had to go down to Essex, and Essex beat them in that game. That was the same time as the changeover of players the Riders had, which was obviously losing couple of key players in Sarah, and Kate Oliver was a big thing for this team, but the progress they've made in the last 4 weeks has been astonishing. To see the new players really getting Zane Stewart's playing unbelievable at the moment, playing really well, had a great game on Wednesday, and similar with Wyatt Warren and Smith as well. The team has really come together and doing a lot of progress in a short amount of time.
Definitely. One of the team change players I can imagine they want to do something like that. Obviously, so they still have to get it done.
Just if you've only just joined us, we are waiting the 22nd clock issue card from the winner, which is on the fixed. And that's why we have stoppage in the game. Just resetting all the equipment and hopefully we'll be back up and running very soon. If you do have any questions while we're waiting, questions for you as well. If there are any special questions you've got for Thompson today, feel free to ask. And hopefully we'll come back very soon. Some new shotguns coming. Welcome back to Loughborough University. Sorry about the delay. We just had to reset up the 24-second clocks. And we'll be getting back underway in the next couple of minutes. So, if everyone is joining, my name is Russell Leicester. I'm joined by Rahimo Thompson, kind of commentator for today's game. So, Rahimo, tell us what you think for the whole team in this game. run recently, the Riders, and they've got a huge week this week in preparation to get the win going, and then they're off 7 up to Wednesday, and then London on Saturday, finish up at 7 up to Monday, so real tough schedule for them. But it's great, I suppose, that it's in their hands if they want to win this football game.
Hard and
shot box all seems set up and they're just testing them now. And apologies again, we had a technical fault within the arena. It was 24 seconds of the heat, not be working, so we've just set up some more 24 seconds. So just testing now, and hopefully we'll be getting underway very soon. Okay, so there's 9:19 left in this first quarter, WBBL action here at Leicester, sorry, Loughborough University. For the Riders. Nice block by Stewart. Smith comes up with it for the Riders. For two. Nice pull up for two. Sorry about that. We back into the action now, following a few technical problems here at the Loughborough University. So it's going to be Munns to put it in for the Rebels. Costa, it's going to be a Rebels sideline ball. Good defence from the Riders. In and out, rebounded by Stewart. Winterburn for two. Nice by Holly Winterburn. Costa, hand off, and it's turnover for the Rebels. It's going to be a Riders ball. Rob to put it in. Lappencooper brings it up for the Riders. Hands off into the post to Stewart. Stewart, nice pass inside to Winterburn. Foul is called. Foul is on Essex Rebels, 25. Andrea Cullis. The referee's just discussing whether it should be shooting two.
Yeah, I thought it should have been shooting two. I mean, she was in the motion for sure, trying to get the shot off.
So that will send Holly Winterburn to the line to shoot 2 shots. Holly Winterburn, normally an 82% free throw shooter, makes 1 from 2 today. Riders lead the ball game 5-2 here at Loughborough University. 6:42 to go in this first quarter, and it's going to be a turnover there for the Rebels and Riders ball. Rob to put it in to Lappencooper. Lappencooper brings the ball up for the Riders. Hand off. Takes the ball back to Rob. Rob inside to Stewart. Stewart looks good patience. Azania Stewart says, well, I'll go to work then if no one else is open. Ooh. Great play. What a nice play by... Great patience from her, the way that she took it to the right then came back to the left to finish.
Exactly, she didn't rush it. You said she waited. She let everyone else cut around her and then went to work.
Again, great post play there. Good patience. Draws the foul on the shot, and it's going to send Azania Stewart to the line for 2 shots. Foul is called on Costa. Rebels number 21, first personal foul. Substitutions for the Rebels. Landberg comes in, and it's going to send Azania Stewart to the line to shoot 2 shots. Azania makes the second as well. And Landberg is guarded by Lappencooper. Costa, handoff. Foul is called on the reach in by Holly Winterburn. It's going to be a Rebels sideline ball. Riders' defensive intensity right now. Hands on every ball, hands in every lane.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that every time any team comes to play here. They either heavy up in the passing lanes or getting their hands like affecting the other team's dribble, or just pressure them in general, bringing the ball up the floor.
Stewart gets the rebound out to Lappencooper. Lappencooper to Clark. In and out. Oh, off her foot. That's going to be a turnover from Waith. Oh no, sorry, they called a foul on Ella Clark. Sorry, that's her first personal foul. And substitution for the Riders. Rob taking a break, seeing Maya Brewer come into the game for the first time. Stewart hands it over to Winterburn for the Riders. To Clark. Back to Winterburn. Winterburn out to Lappencooper. In and out. Rebounded by the Rebels. Nice pass and good hands by Stewart. It's going to be a Rebels end line ball. Costa. Nice move to the left hand for 2 points for Costa. Riders out quickly and they slow it down. Lapham Cooper to Winterburn. Winterburn inside. What a pass to Zania Stewart. Good pass and good vision there from Winterburn. Landberg to Waite. In and out. Rebounded by Costa. Reverses it. Munns. Off the backboard. The bank is open.
I don't think she called that one though. Unless she quickly said it under her breath before she got it off.
Winterburn for the Riders. To Lapham Cooper. Back to Winterburn. Brewer. Nice drive. Strong drive for 2. Gets her own rebound. Nope. Comes up with it for the Rebels. Landberg. Costa guarded by Lapham Cooper. Nice back door, and it's going to be a turnover.
It was the right idea, just the pass was a bit too close to her feet there.
And substitution for the Riders. Smith comes back into the game and taking a break. Zania Stewart and Anna Lapham Cooper. And Katie Janiniska comes in for the Riders. Smith. Nice step back for 2.
Pretty move.
Real nice patience there. Good footwork to get her balance back to take the 2.
Definitely it got in there and then just reverse pivoted, and it was a great shot too. There's really not much you can do when someone makes a shot like that as well.
Good rebound there from the Riders as Winterburn brings it up and slows it down. Foul is called. Foul is on number 4, Ashley Munns. That's 3rd team foul for the Rebels. Substitution for the Rebels. Coming into the game for the first time is Partridge. Taking a break is Munns. Riders ball to put the ball in. To Winterburn. Back to Kate Janeska in the corner. For 3. Oh no, for 2. Referee shows it's a 2.
Must have just been on the line.
Riders lead 13-6. 2:40 to go in this first quarter. Costa, nice for 2. Clark out to Brewer. To Winterburn. Winterburn with a lovely spin for 2. What a great move there by Holly Winterburn.
We're seeing an array of spins going on for the Riders, and every time they're getting a good look at the basket.
Big 3-pointer there from Waite. Nice pull-up 3-pointer in transition.
You'd love to see those ones go in.
One of the ones that you got to make it, otherwise the coach might question your call on that one.
Yeah, it's a risky one, but high risk, high reward, right?
15-11 to go, 1:53 in this first quarter. WBBL action at Loughborough University. Welcome to anyone that's just joined us. We had a bit of a delay at the beginning of the game, but we're fully going now after the 24-second clock problem. Wait. Nice pull up, but Smith outlets to Brewer. Nice spin move again, but in and out. Janiska comes up with it. Nice offensive rebound.
They had so many numbers on that break. You could imagine no matter what would happen, it was going to be a score for Riders either way.
Quick 5 points there coming off the bench for Katie Janiska, the young Charnwood player at the academy there, who's made a real big impact on this WBBL team this season.
Yeah, every time she comes off the bench, she usually injects some life into the game and scores up points, puts up points very quickly for Riders as well.
It's great to see young players doing so well. Clark to Smith for 3. A big shot there from Amber Smith.
And a timely, I was going to say, just the perfect time to call a timeout, because it was beginning to get away for Riders right there. You could see the kind of the energy and the score growing, and you can imagine they were just Essex would want to slow things down and try and put a stop to all of that for sure.
Yeah, so timeout called by Essex Rebels. 20 to the Riders, 11 to the Rebels. 57 seconds left in this first quarter. Obviously some great play in transition from both teams. But obviously I think one of the key things so far for the Riders is actually when they slow it down on the offensive end, they really get some good looks.
They've gotten a good look. Like you said, they've gotten a good look every time when they've taken their time. And sometimes I couldn't see the shot clock for one of the possessions, but it looked like it might have gotten down to like 4 seconds or something. But Azania made the most of the whole clock and got a score at the end. And that's got to be kind of soul crushing on the defensive end for you to play defense for 20 seconds and the team still scores on you. So it will really take it out of you if Riders continue to score in this fashion. And then obviously on the other end, the defensive end, they're forcing some turnovers, and you've seen some fast breaks, see them get out there and get easy ones at the basket, which is just another way, a great way to score, either really quick or really late in the shot clock. Okay,
back to the action here at Loughborough University, WBBL League Championship action. And it's going to be the Rebels ball. We'll wait to put it in for the Rebels. She passes it in to Landberg, who brings it up for the Rebels, guarded by Lappencooper. Back to Waite, back to Landberg. Good defense from the Riders. Waite with another three, in and out this time. Big rebound by Maya Brewer over the top, but able to get that tip, which I think caused the
thought that might have even touched the wire there anyway. It looked like it.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
It.
Yeah.
But still Riders ball anyway, so.
Smith for the Riders. Amber Smith, handoff to Brewer. Brewer to Clark. Clark for three. Big 3-pointer from Ella Clark. And a nice pass, a nice basketball there from the Riders. Blocked by Ella Clark. It's going to be a Rebels end-line ball. Actually looked like Megan Haynes caught the ball actually out of play after she got blocked.
I thought she definitely touched it.
But they're going to give the ball to the Rebels. Haynes inside to Costa. Back to Haynes. Ooh. Nice head fake by Haynes. Oh, in and out. Clark comes up with the rebound. Lappencooper calls and slows it down for the last play of the quarter. Lappencooper to Smith. Smith. Oh, got it off, but it doesn't go. That
would have been the icing on the cake there.
Yeah, what a great first quarter of action here at Loughborough University. Leicester Riders lead 23 to Essex Rebels 11. So what did you think the key in that first quarter was for, first of all, the Riders?
For the Riders, it's definitely been, as usual, they're making the most. They're working inside. They're getting players cutting off of their post inside. But I think the better thing is the defense, really. The fact that they've been able to hold the Rebels to only 11 points, and then obviously fast break and get easy offenses off the back of that.
And for the Rebels, what do they need to do in this second quarter to get back into the game?
Just take care of the ball better. If they can look after the ball and get more shot attempts or get more looks at the basket, then they'll be good. Because when they have been in an offense, they've gotten good looks, and they've got players there in good scoring positions, and sometimes they've just even missed an easy one or two there. But they're getting the looks, which is the main thing, or they could get more. So if they could just increase the amount that they get to the basket or get shots, then I'm sure they can try and stop this lead or stop it getting out of hand.
We also have another game happening currently as well in WBBL action. Caledonia are taking on Cardiff in Caledonia, and that game at the moment, the score is currently 35-35 with 1 minute 40 to go in that second quarter. And just to give you some stats from the first quarter action here at Loughborough University. So we 23 to the Riders, 11 to the Rebels. Leading all scorers at the moment. We've got quite a few players on 5 points at the moment. Holly Winterburn has got 5 points. Amber Smith has 5 points for the Riders. And Waite has 5 points for the Rebels. And we're back into second quarter action here at Loughborough University. welcome to everyone who's joining us on the YouTube channel. If you do have any questions or any comments, please put it in the comments group, and if we get an opportunity to answer them, we'll try and get back to you. Riders to put the ball in to start the second quarter. Lappencooper for the Riders. To Clark. Clark drives forward, and it's a turnover for the Riders. Munns goes inside to Costa. Costa tries to face up, guarded by Clark. Costa goes to work to the left hand, blocked by Clark. Big block again by Ella Clark.
Guaranteed for a few of those every game for sure.
Nice play by the Riders in transition. Smith makes a nice 2 from a nice pass inside from Clark. Mons guarded by Lappencooper. Costa. Corner free as Maya Brewer comes up with a rebound. Brings it down court. Brewer with a pull-up free. Tough shot there from Brewer. Nice for 2. All the way for 2 by Megan Haynes. Lappencooper brings the ball up for the Riders. Clark. Smith. Back to Clark. In and out. As Cullis, the captain for the Rebels, gets a good rebound. Cullis with a pull-up free. And it's going to be a Riders end-line ball. Substitutions for both teams. Waite comes back in for the Rebels, and back in for the Riders is Stewart and Rob. Taking a break is Clark and Janeska. Lappencooper to bring the ball up for the Riders. Smith inside to Stewart. Stewart, if she catches the ball that deep, it's over.
It's a bucket. She got the ball in pretty much a charge circle. She's not going to miss there going to the basket.
There's not many people in this WBBL league that can match up against Azania Stewart.
It's a big mismatch problem on the other end, and you can see it every time. If they don't double team or send help, then it's usually going to be a one-on-one score.
Lappencooper slows it down for the Riders. Interestingly, how the speed that they play defense at is completely opposite to the speed they play offense at.
They hurry teams up and look way more erratic on the defensive end, but then obviously on the offense they take their time and don't rush things and just let the game come to them.
Fouls called on Essex Rebels. Waite, first personal foul. Riders to put the ball in. Lappencooper to Stewart. Stewart hands off to Brewer. Brewer back to Stewart. Inside to Rob. Rob posting up. Nice move by Hannah Rob.
You love to see it. Everyone on the Riders team can post up and can score in the paint.
Great guard post up there from the Riders. And Rebels go inside to Waite. Rebounded by Smith. Lappencooper again slows it down for the Riders.
Definitely making the most, especially when you've almost got a 20-point lead on a team. You know, take your time. You don't need to rush up and play any quick shots. Great
offensive rebound there by Smith. Tips it to Stewart. Back to Rob. Back to Lappencooper. Lappencooper with a nice, missed the 2. Waite comes up with it on the defensive rebound for the Rebels. Riders look like they're in a 3-2 zone here. Munns, nice pass inside. And good defense from the Riders. It's going to be a Riders end-line ball. It's really hard when Azania Stewart is up so big in that zone in the middle. It's hard to shoot over her.
Taking a lot of space, and then you see everyone collapsing too. Like the Riders team are a big team. They're definitely up there. So getting in the paint and scoring against that is going to be tough.
And it looks like the Rebels are in a 2-3 zone on the other end. Nice cut by Winterburn. doesn't make it as Rebels come up with the defensive rebound. Rebels with the big 3-point shot there from Partridge. Lappencooper to Rob to Winterburn. Winterburn inside to Stewart. Stewart, great patience, back to Rob, back to Morris. And Rebels come up with the defensive.
They're almost just too close to each other there for.
And Waite thought she had the advantage there on Stewart. Missed the layup. Winterburn comes up with it, and then good sort of hesitation dribble from Winterburn, knowing that she was behind her, and draws the foul.
That's just a smart play right there. Easy way to get a foul against the other team. Yeah,
Waite was a bit out of control, trying to get back on defense, and for a young player like we all forget, as much as Holly Winterburn's been playing in the WBBL for nearly 5 years now.
That was what you'd call a vet move.
A vet play, right? for a young play making them vet plays. And timeout is called. We're in the second quarter here at Loughborough University. 5:19 to play. Leicester Riders lead the ball game, 29 to Essex Rebels 16. And just some stats for you. Currently, Smith leading all scorers with 7 points for the Riders. And Azania Stewart has 6 points and 5 rebounds. Interestingly, on the stats, it's always an interesting one on the stats as well, as Amber Smith currently is a plus 18 since she's been on the court.
That's always positive to be that much of a difference in your team scoring.
Okay, coming back out for this second quarter of WBBL action. A half-time update up at Caledonia Pride as they're taking on Cardiff Archers. That's currently half-time, and it's 40-40 at half-time. Really close game there up in Scotland. Back to the action here at Loughborough University. Winterburn with the ball for the Riders to Clark. Clark with a free, and it's short as Essex come up with it. Cullerhouse to Waite. Waite with a nice pull-up too, rebounded by Clark. Winterburn for the Riders. To Rob. Back to Winterburn. Lappencooper. To Morris. Inside to Clark. Clark. To Lappencooper. Open on the 3-point line.
Good find.
Great patience there on offense from the Riders, and a big 3-pointer from Anna Lappencooper.
Again, working it inside, and then they usually find the team sleeping and make the great pass and knock down that shot.
Colas to Costa. Costa, 18-footer is misses, and Morris comes up with a rebound for the Riders, and Winterburn slows it down for the Riders. Rebels still in this zone. Winterburn to Clark to Lappencooper, wide open on the 3-point line. Back-to-back threes for Anna Lappencooper. It means the Essex Rebels have to call a timeout.
You knew that was coming. Those are daggers right there, and that could really just seal the game already, kind of here early on.
And I think Riders moving the ball so well and just picking the pockets in all that zone at the moment.
The fact that they could find Lappencooper so easy and find out open, and she just knocked it down both times, it just shows that it's really selfless ball, and anyone can always show up and be that person that's making shots, and it looks like we found who it is today. Yeah, and
the scoring's really spread already for the Riders. 7 players already scored for the Riders, spreading from 3 to 7 points. Everybody sort of in that range, so really sharing the ball really well, this team currently.
It's always balanced, and there's always a good amount scoring for everyone. There's never usually, a 30-point score or anything beyond that, because everyone always shows that anyone can score, and they certainly do anyway. Everyone gets the look.
And we can currently hear, because there's not many fans in, there's no fans in the arena today, we can currently hear the Essex coach really taking his passion out on his team currently.
Yeah, some strong words are definitely said over there, but sometimes you just need that to get a reaction from your team, and hopefully, it proves right and they come out and maybe play with some more fire and not let things be so easy for Riders.
And it's back to the ball game now, and Essex Rebels to put it in. Riders with the full court defence. Wait. Nice drive. Oh, blocked by Azania Stewart. And a good rebound by Clark. Out to Winterburn. Winterburn holds it up to Stewart, plays it back. Good patience from the Riders. Winterburn gets it to Clark. Clark actually good patience. And Morris for the ball for the Riders. Morris. Handoff to Winterburn. Winterburn pulls up and Lappencooper comes up with it. And they reset it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Winterburn to Morris. Foul is called before Morris could get the shot off. And the foul is called on Essex Rebels. I think it was Carla Slazer, Rebels number 11. Not the easiest to see the numbers on the on the jerseys.
Stripes,
the red and black is a tough one to see currently. Stewart out to Winterburn. Lappencooper, another free, in, out, and in again. That's a home court bounce. Make that 3 from 3 from Anna Lappencooper with 9 points personal. The defense right now from the Riders is it's been phenomenal. Lappencooper with a steal. Outlet to Winterburn. Winterburn with a patience and slows it down. Resets it. Winterburn uses the screen well. Turnover for the Riders. And Riders get back in transition. Costa, there's a mismatch there for definite. Mismatch between Costa and Morris.
Yeah, she made the most of that and just took her to the basket.
So Lappencooper for the Riders. Winterburn. Inside to Clark. Clark loves that free throw extended shot, but in and out this time. Wait for the Riders. Sorry, wait for the Rebels. And it's a turnover. So it's going to be a Riders sideline ball.
Yeah, sometimes they just chuck the ball away unnecessary. I felt that turnover could have been avoided very easily. That one was without pressure this time too. I can understand some of the others that are a bit more pressured by the Riders. That is
substitution for both sides. I think obviously they're trying to get out in transition, Rebels, but they just need to probably just relax a little bit because they're forcing that pass that maybe not always there.
If it's not there, you'd rather set something up. I get the first to try and get an easy one, but you'd rather a shot at the basket than a turnover.
And it's good for the Riders. 1:40 to play. WBBL action here at Loughborough University. Riders lead the ball game 40-18. Costa, good stand. No foul is called. Foul is on. I think it was on Maya Brewer.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they said that she just stepped across and caught her on her hip as she stepped across the baseline. Costa will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. I think Costa's been really effective for the Rebels so far in this game. She's got that nice sort of free throw extended shot that she likes.
Yeah,
and
she made one earlier for sure, and then she's got a few buckets inside too, just making the most of any mismatches she also has on the other end.
Yes, I think it's a tough one when Azania Stewart's marking her, but any time that she hasn't, they've been able to find her for the mismatch.
Yeah. If Azania's not in, then it's usually a mismatch somewhere with someone. But now that she's back in, I think the mismatch goes the other way now.
Stewart out to Brewer. Brewer in and out. Stolen away by Winterburn. And Costa comes up with it. Costa blocked by Smith. Riders come up with it, and a foul is called. We spoke about that the first time Winterburn did that. Just all she did was a hesitate dribble, and
just stops.
And the foul is called on 31, Landberg for the Rebels. And timeout is called. Just over 1 minute to go in this first half. Riders currently lead the ball game 40 to Rebels 20. So leading all scorers in the game so far is Anna Lappencooper with 3 threes. 3 from 4 currently. She's shooting at 75% from the 3-point line.
Great numbers to be shooting from there.
Interestingly enough, even with Riders shooting the ball so well from the outside, Essex Rebels have decided still to stay in that zone.
I mean, it's tough. I can understand why they want to stay in it, just to avoid some of the mismatches, the mismatches inside. But they are giving up a lot from outside, so it's like it's pick your poison really. Like, how do you want to get scored on? Do you want it inside, outside?
And leading the scorers for Essex Rebels is Costa. We were just talking about her and how much of an impact she's making on the game so far.
Yeah, she's definitely been one of their go-to players so far. But they've had a few other players hit some shots there, or at least make some opportunities and get into the right scoring positions.
Shout out to everybody listening to this game on WBBL YouTube. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure you make them in the comment box, and we'll try and get back to you on them during the game. For anybody that's just joined us, my name's Russell Livingston, and I'm joined by Rahime Thompson here at Loughborough University. WBBL action, 1 minute to go in this second quarter. Winterburn to put the ball in for the Riders in the front court. Winterburn to Smith. Stewart. Back to Smith. Smith pulls up for 3. In and out. Hits the front of the rim, and it's going to be a Rebels ball. Costa come up with the rebound. Haynes for the Rebels. Haynes, nice move. It looked like it was going to go off the backboard, but just a little bit high.
Just needed a little more off the backboard, but it was. You get the right eye. You could see what she was trying to do with it.
Katie Janeska with a nice step back 3, but it's going to be a Rebels ball as it comes off the rim and comes out of play. 23 seconds to go in this second quarter action. Riders lead the ball game 40 to 20. Rebels with the ball, and the shot clock is off. They're going to probably play it down and have the last shot of this half. Costa against Stewart. It's been a good matchup, that has. Foul is called. 8 seconds to go left in the game clock, and foul is called on Riders number 10, Maya Brewer. That's going to be her second personal foul. Rebels ball end line. Oh, foul is called on the release, and foul is called on Riders number 3, Katie Janeska, and that's going to send Essex Rebels to the line to shoot 3 shots. That's probably, as a coach, one of the things you really don't want at the end of the game, at the end of the half, to be given up that.
Definitely, you never want to foul someone shooting a 3-pointer, because three throws are something easily made, and we'll see here.
Interestingly, Partridge is normally a 25% free throw shooter for the season so far, and she's 1 from 2 on that one.
You imagine she'll when you get that many looks though, you usually make more than most of all, but you don't.
But they come up with a big offensive rebound, but then Riders come up with it. 1 second, and the heave is not good. But a great first half here at Loughborough University of WBBL action, and Leicester Riders lead 40 to Essex Rebels 21. What a great first half for the Leicester Riders.
Yeah, it's definitely been so many positives to pick from. There's a lot going right for Leicester Riders, and then a lot also going wrong for the Essex Rebels. So you can tell that, as we've already heard from the Rebels coach, he's probably a little bit angry, let's say. But you imagine he'll try and inject some life into them and get them motivated and try and not let this game get even more out of hand, because it's already down 20. You just want to try and reduce that lead, but I think it'll be hard to do that. But they won't want to give up. They won't want to lose by 40. So it's really just playing for pride too, I think.
Yep, so well, we're going to take a break here at Loughborough University, and we'll be back to talk about this game with a couple of minutes to go before the second half starts. We'll speak to you very soon. Have a good break and see you soon. Welcome back to Loughborough University. We're here for WBBL action. Leicester Riders taking on Essex Rebels. My name's Russell Levingston. I'm joined by Raheem May Thompson. So Raheem, just a minute to go now to the second half. What do you think is key for Essex Rebels to get back into this game?
You imagine they want to limit some of the unforced turnovers, and even the forced ones anyway. Imagine they want to try and control the ball with more pressure and get good looks at the basket, because often when they do get good looks, good things happen. So just try and control that, and then it's hard what they have to do defensively against Riders, because there's so many options there to deal with. So just try and limit them. It's a lot easier said than done. So we'll see how great they do these things.
It'd be interesting to see whether they either look to vary the zone up or stay in the 2-3, or whether they go to a different defense as well, just to see whether that would impact the game or not.
I imagine just when you're in these situations, often the best thing you can do is just switch your defense up to just try and confuse the team and the other team, and not let them feel they can set up in anything easy, and that might be the best. That all they've got left going for them. So I imagine we'll see like varying defenses from the Rebels this half.
Obviously a really good first half there as well from we spoke about earlier in the game. Leading the scorers for Rebels is Costa, 8 points, and key thing is the play running through her and getting the ball into her, in out, on the offensive end as well.
You'll definitely imagine they'll look to go to her a lot more, but it is a tough matchup against Stewart, so it'll be interesting to see how this half goes.
Okay, back to the action now as Rebels put the ball in and straight into the high post of Costa, and she hands off, and it's a turnover for the Rebels.
Those are killing them.
Exactly what you said just before we took a break in that half-time slot, was how important it is to look after the ball on the offensive end.
Because the Riders are coming with so much pressure, so they're going to force you to do them, but those are unforced turnovers, just bouncing it off your leg or passing it to someone's foot.
Winterburn to Smith for three. Amber Smith with a big three-pointer for the Riders, and Riders start just how they finished the half.
They're not looking like they're taking their foot off the gas pedal at all. They're keeping it going, and they're definitely making them pay.
Costa for the Rebels goes inside to Waite. Waite, pull up two. In and out. Stewart comes up with it. Outlet to Winterburn. Winterburn for the Riders. To Lappencooper. Lappencooper reverses it back to Winterburn. Good patience from the Riders as Winterburn with a nice pull up two, and Munns comes up with it for the Rebels. She looks to use the screen from Costa. Ashley Munns goes back to Costa. Costa looks for the handoff. Switch play by the Riders.
Fine.
And in and out on the three-pointer. And Smith comes up with it for the Riders.
Rebels have been really unlucky. Those last two shots have both just gone in and out, but they've got good looks.
Lappencooper using her weak hand with the right one there, with a nice to the basket for two. She's the leading scorer in the game so far with 11 points personal. Rebels go into Costa, guarded by Stewart, handoff to Waite. Waite guarded by Smith, pull up, nice defense, and Costa comes up with the offensive rebound as she looks to, and blocked by Ezania Stewart. It's going to be an end-line ball for the Rebels as Holly Winterburn was trying to save it.
I thought she might have got it there.
Really big block though by Ezania Stewart underneath the hoop.
That was nice. Yeah, usually if that would have been against someone else on the Riders, maybe you'd think she'd be able to get that shot off.
Nice move from Waite, but just doesn't get the drop. Lappencooper for the Riders. As Riders slow it down, take their time, and it looks like Rebels have gone to match up man-to-man on the defensive end, and they get the stop. Waite comes up with it, goes coast to coast. Good stand by the Riders, and in and out for the rebound. Lappencooper's going to slow it down now for the Riders.
They can't seem to buy a bucket. It's tough.
Just seems to keep going, hitting both sides of the rim and popping back out.
Every single time, even the layups.
Winterburn faces up. Nice pass to Smith.
Good pass.
Another pass to Stewart. It's going to be a Riders end line ball. Probably one pass too many. Smith was underneath the hoop. Probably just needed to finish there.
Yeah, she could. I thought she could have laid that up herself, but it goes to show you that when your worst problem is being too selfless, then it's a good problem to have, it being a team sport and playing on a team for sure.
And Lappencooper and Stewart takes a break. Coming back in is Clark and Janeska. A nice play by them two that just come on, and Smith comes up with the offensive rebound. Smith, all in and out. Foul is called. Nearly got the and one there as it hit both sides of the rim and come out.
That would have been pretty, but hey, you can't complain when all ours usually go in, and that's probably the first one to really go in and out like that.
Amber Smith goes to the line to shoot 2. Really good way to draw the foul, and misses the first. Amber Smith shooting 75% for the season from the free throw line. Makes the second. She joins the leading scorers of the game on 11 points personal. Costa, nice handoff to Munns. Nice play from her, drawing the foul underneath the basket. And the foul is called on Riders number 9, Hannah Robb. That's going to send Ashley Munns to the line to shoot 2 shots. I thought it was really great the way she got the contact and tried to finish underneath the hoop.
She got right to those are the spots you want to get into. You want to get easy layups, getting right into the teeth of the defense, and shame about not finishing it, but at least she drew the foul.
Ashley Munns goes 1 from 2. An 82% free throw shooter for the season. That's a good percentage.
Definitely.
Smith. Looks like Rebels are pressing and then stepping back into the 2-3 zone again. Winterburn for the long free. In and out. Rebounded by Munns. Rebels, it's going to be a foot violation for the Riders. It's going to be a Rebels end line ball. 6:32 to play in this third quarter action here at Loughborough University. Riders lead 46-22. And a nice 2-pointer there from the Rebels. Winterburn brings it up. Looks like there's a zone press coming here. But Winterburn just slowly dribbles up and makes the easy pass out to the wing.
Imagine they just want to, let's just disrupt the offense going on now. And it's doing a good point, slowing them down, because it's what we're at. Oof, I mean.
But that high-low play there, when Ella Clark comes to the high post, she's just picking out the passes.
It's hard to guard there.
It's a great seal by Amber Smith as well.
Mm-hmm.
Smith goes to 13 points personal in the game, leading scorer for today. Costa in and out. Clark comes up with the rebound. Hands off to Winterburn. Winterburn for the Riders. Brings it up and slows it down. Runs the offense against the 2-3 zone and finds Ella Clark for 3. In and out. And Waite comes up with it for the Rebels. Tough shot. In and out. And Rebels come up with a good hustle play there from the Rebels. Waite in and out. Rob comes up with a defensive rebound this time. The energy levels for the Rebels have been really good, I think, in this third quarter. Obviously, you've seen that with the amount of offensive rebounds they've got, and they're trying to get every loose ball. And defensively, the intensity has definitely picked up, especially from going into the press. But Amber Smith right now is destroying this 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they can't guard her down there, so it's just unmatched.
She has 15 points personal in the ball game. Essex Rebels call a timeout, and Riders lead the ball game 50-24. 4:57 to go in the third quarter. One thing I think has been great so far in the third quarter is the defense intensity now of Essex, at least at the beginning part of the defense, by not being in the zone, by actually pressing and then coming back into it. But the only thing I think they're struggling with now is Riders are making 2 or 3 really quick passes which is breaking the zone really easy.
Yeah. But especially you see with the full court press, it will certainly take. They're doing it and they're taking time off the clock. So riders do have only maybe half the shot clock, 10 seconds to get an actual shot, but the passes are so on point. They're picking them apart. They're getting the layups at the back end. So it's like, so they are making them work for it, but it's how long can they keep pressing for all game and stay with that level of energy, because they do look good when they are pressing, but they are still giving up points at the end of the day.
All right, we have 4:57 to go in the third quarter. Riders lead the ball game currently 50-24, and it's going to be a Rebels end line ball off the score from the Riders. Substitutions coming in for the Riders as well. Maya Brewer coming back into the game, and Stewart coming back into the game. Robin Smith taking a break. Good defense. Kate Janeska not letting her have that centre, not letting her come back. Munns in and out, rebounded by Maya Brewer. Good. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be a Riders ball. Real tough play there from both players.
Yeah, they weren't giving it up there.
I wasn't sure even Maya Brewer wouldn't even let her have it at the end. She still was keeping hold of that ball.
Didn't even want to give it to anyone else. I'm sure that's the fight you love to see in your players, though.
100%. Okay, Riders back with the ball to Winterburn. Winterburn on the 3-point line. Back to Clark. Janiska to Winterburn. Into Xenia Stewart. Nice pass from Holly Winterburn to Xenia Stewart for 2.
The passes are picking them apart and find whoever's open under the basket at the perfect times.
Offensive foul is being called on Costa. She just pushed her hip, I think, into the play and caught Maya Brewer. She was trying to get around the screen. She just moved across and hipped her. It's
nice whenever you love to see the referees call up on that one, because it can be annoying to have to run around it yourself.
Yeah, also you don't want to take that hit on the side as well. That hurts a little bit as you're coming round.
That definitely stings quite a bit.
All right, Winterburn for the Riders. To Clark. To Janiska. Inside to Brewer. Nice strong move by Moya Brewer. In and out. Costa comes up with a rebound for the Rebels. Wait. Nice move to the baseline. Munns in the corner for 3. Nice play there from the Essex Rebels.
That was great. You can see she wanted to take it up initially on that drive, but she found a teammate and they got 3 from it. So.
And Jesper Sundberg calls a timeout for the Riders. I think just wanted to make sure that probably the momentum doesn't go anywhere off that nice play from the Rebels.
For sure. You want to keep things, keep it in your direction and just keep capitalizing on what they've been doing great so far, which has been near enough everything.
It's 3:35 to go in this third quarter. We do have one other WBBL game also going on up in Scotland. Caledonia Pride currently 65, Cardiff Archers 65. 4 minutes to go in that fourth quarter. Every time we've checked that score, it's been level the whole way. So that must be a great game of basketball up in Scotland. Back and forward, and back to today's action here at Loughborough University. Riders currently lead this one to 52 to Essex Rebels 27. 3:35 to go. And some stats for you. Leading all scorers currently at the moment is Amber Smith with 13 points and Anna Lupakupen with 11 points. And for the Essex Rebels, so far in the second half, Costa is still on 8 points. She hasn't scored in this second half so far.
It's been a tough matchup against Stewart. So we've already seen her block her shot a couple times. So the buckets inside, at least against when the matchup is the one it's supposed to be, it's going to be hard to come by.
Okay, back to the action. Riders have the ball. Oof. Trapped in the corner. And it's a turnover. It's a good press from the Essex Rebels there.
Yeah, you see they changed the press up, and it is to trap now, whereas not to slow the clock down.
And Munns in and out. Foul is called on, looks to me like Rebels 21, Costa. That's her third personal foul. That's definitely not what you want as a coach. Currently 25 points down, and then one of your main players picks up the third personal foul in the third quarter.
It's going to be tough, but you imagine they'll have to get that extra energy from the bench and from things like from pressing so hard and fast up the court.
Looks like they've moved to a 3-2 or a matchup zone, maybe. A matchup zone, maybe they've moved back into. As any Stewart comes up with the offensive.
2-3.
Katie Janeska for 3. Such good patience again. Also from a young player there, just really good composed on the 3-point line. Nice move there from Essex Rebels number 14, Bella Mbe. Anna Lappencooper to Clark. Riders out there with the two bigs at the moment. Big height advantage. And Clark from the 3-point line. Great offensive rebound and just couldn't get hold of it from the young Katie Janeska. It's going to be a Rebels end-line ball. She really comes on and makes a real impact on the game. I know we spoke about that in the first half.
Straight away, she's one of those players that is just high energy coming off the bench, and you love it when you've got players coming off the bench playing with such confidence, because sometimes that's the thing. You can sometimes be a bit maybe not confident coming off the bench and wonder what your role might be. She's in there and getting active and producing on all parts of the floor.
Rebels, nice offensive rebound there from Waite. And Munns pulls up in and out. Stewart comes up with a defensive. And Riders just need to slow it down a little bit now. Anna Lappencooper. Anna Lappencooper all the way to the hoop for 2.
Too much on it.
Just a little bit too much on that shot. Waite for the Rebels. Pulls up for 2. In and out. Brewer gets the defensive rebound. Lappencooper to Clark. Inside to Stewart. And it's a turnover ball from the Riders. It's going to be a Rebels end-line ball. Substitutions for both teams. Morris coming back in and Smith coming in for the Riders. Taking a break is Stewart and Katie Janeska. Rebels with the ball. Nice penetration and kick. In and out. Ball's bumping everywhere. Brewer comes up with it for the Riders. Maya Brewer to Smith. To Lappencooper. To Clark. Back to Smith. Inside to Clark. Clark with the pull-up. In and out. Collarhouse. Rebels. Good ball movement from the Rebels. Wait for 2.
They've certainly got. They've got all the.
Everyone's diving on the floor. The energy levels of both teams at the moment. Clark comes up with it to Morris. Back to Lappencooper. And that's the end of the third quarter action here at Loughborough University. Leicester Riders lead the ball game 55, Essex Rebels 29. And a really good, I think a much better third quarter there for the Rebels, energy levels wise and
Definitely, they've got a lot of good looks. They sped the riders up at times too, but it's just such a mountain to try and climb now. Anyway, it is still hard to get back. They've got 26 points got to go. So you imagine trying to not let this go, as we said, too far ahead before, but they're getting lots of shots. At least they're just missing lots of shots. You imagine that would be a bit closer if half the shots had dropped that went out in that last quarter there.
And we'll be back with you for fourth quarter action in about 30 seconds. Welcome back to Loughborough University. WBBL League action here. Leicester Riders taking on Essex Rebels. A really big game here for the Leicester Riders in regards to their title challenge. Obviously, following today's game, they go to play Sevenoaks away on Wednesday, which will be a huge game for them if they want to win this title.
You imagine that those games will be the league decided when Riders play Sevenoaks. So I imagine everyone will be up for it, and it'll pretty much be like a championship weekend or something.
There is another game happening also down in Thames Valley for the Loughborough Riders women's team in NBL Division 1. They're currently leading at half-time by 9. So if at the end of this game, if you want to join that game and watch the end of that game, we'll put the link in the YouTube link. Good block by Ella Clark there. Rob comes up with it, and a foul is called on 25 for the Essex Rebels. Their captain, Andrea Colas. Rob into Winterburn. Winterburn back to Rob as they're looking to break the press. Probably not the cross-court pass you want in a press.
Yeah, you don't want a long loop pass over many defenders that are looking to steal the ball too.
Foul is called. Foul is on Essex Rebels number 2. Wait. That's 4th personal foul on her. Clark. Tough pass, a bit too high for Morris there.
Yeah, just looped out of bounds.
Riders have the ball. Winterburn for the Riders. Clark to Smith to Morris in the corner.
Ah, unlucky.
Waite comes up with it.
You love those possessions where everyone gets a touch of the ball though. Oh.
It's going to be 2 shots for the Rebels. And she makes the first. 84% free throw shooter for the season. Makes them both. Looks good. Substitution for the Rebels. And the full court press is on. Looks like a 2-2-1 here.
Not trapping as hard as they were before, I think, at the start of the...
Rob Back to Winterburn. Winterburn to Rob. Back to Winterburn. Into Smith. Smith just uses the power to get to the basket for 2. She's had a great game for the Riders today.
She causes problems down there on the offensive end for sure.
It's going to be a foul on the Riders. It's going to be a sideline ball for the Rebels. Costa coming back in for the Rebels. 8:17 to go in the 4th quarter. Rebels ball. Riders lead 57-31. Good switch in there from the Riders. Waite guarded by Winterburn. Nice finish for 2 from Waite.
About time some of them, she's had a few of those looks, and every time it's been in or out, about time one of them has dropped.
Riders just slowing down the offense after breaking the press. Rob for 3. In and out. Rebels come up with it. Running the ball. It's that transition play hasn't really been working for them today, the Rebels.
They haven't got, I don't think they might have had maybe a few transition buckets, but definitely not that many, and they've definitely turned it over a lot more than they've scored in transition.
Janiska comes back in for Morris. Winterburn brings it up. And they slow it down again as Essex drop back into this 2-3 zone. Smith, great patience. What play by Smith. She's having a hell of a game today.
That was a great bucket.
Draws the foul, makes the bucket, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot the bonus.
I imagine if there's anything to go by her form, she'll definitely make this too.
Currently 17 points personal for Amber Smith, leading all scorers in the game. Also has 7 rebounds as well and 3 assists. And we spoke about it before, but a plus of 22 as well. Smith makes the free throw, make that 18 points personal. Ooh. Great block by Stewart for the Riders. Winterburn is out. Good screen by Smith. Winterburn. Wow, what a play by Winterburn. Mate, that's got to make a top 10 player of the week, that one. Coast to coast spin, fade away.
And the screen was pretty hard too.
Yeah. Stewart gets the steal, and the foul is called on Costa for the Rebels. That's also Rebels' 4th personal foul and 4th team foul and Costa's 4th personal foul. Rob to put it in for the Riders. Winterburn. Hand off to Stewart. Back to Winterburn. Inside to Stewart. Stewart with the head fake. Back inside to Stewart. To Smith. Amber Smith on the 3-point line. Hits the front of the rim. Rebels are out in transition. This time they slow it down and look after the ball. Nice pick and roll to Costa. Costa comes up with her own rebound. Hits the front of the rim. Another rebound. This time Holly Winterburn says, I'll take that defensive rebound.
Certainly had a good amount of attempts there.
Nice handoff from Azania Stewart and Holly Winterburn. And it just comes out of as it would have been a 3-point play from Winterburn.
I think she's kicking herself for not finishing that. She knows she probably should have finished that one.
Yeah. Substitution for the Riders. Hannah Robb taking a break. Maya Brewer coming back in. And substitution for the Rebels as well. Holly Winterburn will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Holly shooting 82% from the free throw line for the season.
Good numbers.
And she makes the first. Make that 8 points personal. and 8 assists in the game. Hits the front of the rim on that one. And it's going to be a Rebels end line ball. Smith tried to get the offensive and just couldn't grab it. Big 3-pointer there for Essex Rebels. Score currently 63-36. Good patience from the Riders. Brewer into Smith. Smith into Stewart.
Oh,
On the edge of the line there.
that was unlucky there. It looked like she tried to throw it off of her.
Costa comes up with a big defensive rebound for the Rebels. Just over 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter action here at Loughborough University. Good ball movement by the Essex Rebels. Didn't get the bucket to drop, but good offensive rebound. And Smith grabs the defensive rebound this time for the Riders.
They are, like you said before, Essex are playing with a lot more. They look a lot better compared to the other half, but it's just a bit too late, really.
And because of the team fouls, Holly Winterbone's going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
That's a long time to be shooting, to be in the foul bonus too.
Yeah, substitutions for the Riders. Clark coming back in and Morris coming back in. Stewart and Smith taking a break. Smith taking a break on 18 points personal, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Winterburn makes the second, and she takes a break as Anna Lippert comes back in the game. Holly Winterburn takes a break with 9 points and 8 assists.
Whoa.
Turnover by the Rebels. Clark comes up with a steal. Lappencooper to Maya Brewer. In and out. Fouls called on Clark just as she tried to block the shot, caught her on the arm. Interesting stat for you. Maya Brewer's averaging for the Riders, averaging 12.1 points per game for the Riders, and currently actually it hasn't scored today. So it's interesting, obviously, if she makes them shots as well, how this lead could have been even more for the Riders.
Yeah, but it just again shows that there's so much talent on this Riders team, and there's so much scoring from all different places that you don't need your leading scorer to even score.
And we've got a full-time score up in Scotland. Caledonia Pride win that one 73 to Cardiff Archers 68. Looked like a great game up in Scotland. Congratulations to Caledonia Pride.
Thought we would have been getting overtime from that game.
Anna Lappencooper for the Riders. Rebounded offensively by Katie Janeska. Morris for 3. In and out. And a foul's called. Yeah, Maya Brewer came straight through the back of her on that rebound. It's going to be a Rebels ball, and that puts Riders on 4 team fouls as well. So now any fouls in the ball game will go to the line from either team. Costa, nice move, blocked by Clark.
Nice move, better block. Oh.
Nice move as you attacked her back again and got the finish for 2. Timeout is called by head coach Jesper Sundberg for the Riders. 3:37 to play here at Loughborough University in WBBL action. Leicester Riders lead the ball game 64, Essex Rebels 40. Interesting that both teams in the bonus now.
Yeah, you imagine they'll try and make the most of that and get easy ones at the line. be cautious of maybe not giving up such easy fouls, especially when the ball is so far away from your own basket.
We also have some more WBBL action later in the afternoon after Prince Philip's funeral. Them games are starting a little bit later than originally advertised. So there's 2 games later on. There's a 4 o'clock game. Sevenoaks Suns take on Nottingham Wildcats, which I'm sure a lot of the Leicester Riders staff and players will be watching later on to see if Nottingham can somehow beat Sevenoaks there. And then the London Lions take on Manchester Met Mystics at 4:30 at home. That'll also be a great game as well. So a lot of top of the table clashes there coming up this afternoon.
Definitely.
And back to the 4th quarter here at Loughborough University. 3:37 to play in the ball game. And Morris is going to put it in for the Riders. Just as we're getting started, the referee's just making sure everyone's ready. Morris to put it into Lapp and Cooper. To Morris. Smith hands off to Lapp and Cooper. Brewer for the Riders. Just won't go in for her today. And it's going to be a Essex Rebels ball. It's a good look. Normally she makes that shot, penetration, and just pull up for 2.
She definitely does, but it's still, though, being up by this much it's nice that you don't have to rely on any single player to do the majority of the scoring.
Nice pass inside. Rebounded by Stewart. Make that 12 rebounds for Azana Stewart. That's 10 points and 12 rebounds in the game. In a minute, I'm going to come to you, Raheem, and ask who your MVP of your game is.
That'll be an interesting one.
So Brewer rebounded by Stewart. Big offensive rebound and put back for 2 for Stewart. Make that 20 points for Stewart, 9 rebounds. Backcourt violation, good defense from the Riders. Substitution coming back in for the Riders, Winterburn and Janiska. And taking a break is Amber Smith and Maya Brewer. Winterburn puts it into Lapp and Cooper, hands it back to Winterburn. 2:30 to play. Winterburn with the ball to Lapp and Cooper. Back to Stewart. Stewart inside. Good play from the Rebels. Out in transition. Missed the layup. Winterburn has the ball for the Riders.
Good find.
Anna Lapp and Cooper. Good rebound by Katie Janiska. Inside to Stewart. Back to Lapp and Cooper. Foul is called.
Oh, unlucky.
Foul's called. An offensive foul is called on Anna Lapp and Cooper. So because it's an offensive foul, there won't be shots. Rebels to put the ball in. Nice pass. Unlucky with it was a good pass, unlucky with the finish. Essex Rebels come up with it. No, Anna Lapp and Cooper comes up with it. Anna Lapp and Cooper all the way to the hoop for 2. And the foul is called. Nice strong finish. Interestingly enough, normally she would finish with the left hand, but it was really nice the way she went underneath the hoop and tried to finish with the right. Drew the foul, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots. First visit to the line for her for the day. Misses the first. Normally an 80% free-throw shooter, Anna Lapp and Cooper. Misses them both. Xenia Stewart comes and grabs that offensive rebound. Says, I'll have my 14th rebound of the game.
Oh, shot clock.
Shot clock was missed there, I think. Because of the offensive rebound, I think they started it from 24 rather than 14. And actually, Janiska inside to Stewart. Stewart back to Winterburn. Winterburn with a huge three-pointer. Nice assist, Azania Stewart. And timeout is called by Essex Rebels. That's 12 points personal for Holly Winterburn, 4 rebounds and 8 assists. She's also drawn 5 fouls as well, and has a plus 18 on the stats. So let's talk about the MVP of the game. 118 to play in this ball game. Currently 69 to 41. And tell me who you think the MVP of the game is and why.
I'd probably just go with Azania, Stewart, because she's scored on the mismatches and made the most of it, and then rebounded for her team. And not only that, she's found players cutting and found that made the right passes to get her teammates involved too. So she's really done a bit of everything here today. And then on the other end, been blocking shots and been a presence on defense. And if not blocking shots, then doing enough to make the Rebels throw it over the backboard or shoot wildly, let's say.
So today's MVP, brought to you by Raheem May Thompson, is Azania Stewart with 10 points personal so far in the game, 14 rebounds, 3 assists and 3 blocks. She's also drawn 4 fouls on her. Honorably mentioned to a number of other players, but one player I want to mention as well is Amber Smith as well, who has 20 points personal, and she also has 10 rebounds and 3 assists and a plus minus of 30 as well for the Riders. And back to the ball game for the last 1 minute 18. Rebels to put the ball in. Good defense. Riders still playing defense all the way to the end of this ball game. Pressing the ball. Great defense from Anna Cooper. Nice penetration, but Azania Stewart comes up with another rebound. Make that 15 rebounds of the game. Janiska. It's going to be a Riders end-line ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Just under a minute to go in this ball game. Winterburn, hands off to Lappencooper. Lappencooper all the way to the hoop for 2 with a strong hand for 2 on the left. Nice play. She really likes to pick the ball and come off and finish with that left hand.
It's great going forward and just like you said, just finishing strong and finishing forward as well.
13 points personal for Anna Lappencooper. Nice crossover and nice finish for 2 from the Rebels captain Colahas. And there's looks like a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Holly Winterburn's just going to dribble this one out, I think. Really great WBBL action we've had here at Loughborough University today. And Azania Stewart comes up for the screen. Winterburn to Kate Janiska. In and out. And it's a shot clock, 24-second clock violation. And that's the end of the ball game here at Loughborough University. Leicester Riders take this one, 71 to 42. A huge performance here from Leicester Riders.
It's what you expect from a team pushing for the league title. It's what you expect them to do against this kind of team. So they've just put their stamp on it, and like you said, they're definitely trying to build momentum with the next few games coming to take the title. So this is a good confidence boost going into these final weekends.
And a huge game for them now coming up. Obviously, like you say, big confidence, beating London Lions on Wednesday, beating Essex Rebels here. Both the two teams actually they lost to earlier in the season at a similar stage. And now Wednesday they go on the road to Sevenoaks. A huge game for them. It's
what you want going into a game like that for sure. Before you have to take on an undefeated team in your league, you want to have beat the trials that you previously lost at, and they've shown they can beat the teams that they have. So onto new challenges to hopefully bring it home.
And we'll be back here next Sunday for the Leicester Riders taking on Sevenoaks Suns. If you do want to watch some more basketball, there is still in the third quarter of the Division 1 women's game, Thames Valley versus Loughborough Student Riders, currently on Upstream Media's YouTube channel. So if you want to go and move across to there to watch that game, the Riders currently lead 59-51 with 3 minutes 12 to go in the third quarter. Thank you for joining us on the WBBL channel. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you to Raheem Thompson, who's been our colour commentator, and I wish you all the best and have a good weekend. Take care.